The issue of blocking of IDs, actually most of them are not blocked. They are flagged or we put markers on them. Yes, we concede that in the Act, there's nowhere where it provides for that, but Home Affairs officials are doing it for good reasons. The main ones, which really we are still dealing with, are 6 reasons. Number 1, if somebody who is carrying South African ID is suspected to be an illegal immigrant, all we do is to put the marker so that wherever they appear, trying to do a transaction with the ID, they will be referred back to Home Affairs. Whoever has to transact with them will say, there is a marker on your ID, please go to Home Affairs, and then we'll be able to find out exactly what the issue is. The second one is bigamy, where one person is married to 2 different people at the same time, maybe using different names, but when we check the fingerprints, they belong to the same person. We also mark it so that wherever they arrive, they appear, they will be sent to Home Affairs. The third one is between us and Namibia. You are aware that Namibians were once part of South Africa when they were still called Southwest Africa. After liberation, the 2 countries shared records, and records of Namibians were transferred, but we still have 7,620 who were not transferred, and we are made to learn they are living 2 lives in both Namibia and South Africa and getting benefits as citizens on both countries. And so we flag them in order for them to appear. Then the fourth one is duplicates. And this is the extraordinary majority, which has not been dealt with yet. And they come in 2 forms, where one person has got multiple IDs, or 2 people are sharing the same ID. One has appeared and the other one can't be found. We can't find them on their old addresses. We can't find them anywhere. So we flag their ID so that wherever they appear, be it at the bank or SASA or a school or whatever, then they will be sent back to Home Affairs and will resolve the problem. Then there are those who are under investigation by the counter-corruption. We also mark them so that wherever they appear, counter-corruption can see that we are investigating these individuals. And the last category is where people who are South Africans and are abroad have applied to our embassies, but their applications are incomplete. We also flag them so that wherever they appear, we can know that this application is incomplete and we deal with the matter. But now, because there is this legal question, from May, we unblocked 1.8 million IDs. They are totally unblocked. We are now remaining with 702,000. We also wanted to unblock them, specifically because we are being challenged that what you are doing, even if it's rational, but it's not in the law. And we accepted that, but the banks want us. They said they've made the calculation that if we just jump and unblock this before the question are resolved, they are likely to lose 17 billion rand among themselves, and it's not safe for the country. That is why the 702 have not yet been finalized. But yes, there are people who have taken us to court. There is a court case today, but the person who has taken us to court, actually her ID has been unblocked long ago, but she persisted on going to court because they want the judges to declare this practice of marking and unmarking unconstitutional. And that's where the matter is in court at the present moment. They want to declare unconstitutionality of what we're doing. But as I'm saying, yes, it's not provided for by any act, but the rationale behind Home Affairs officials in terms of security and safety of citizens of our country, we believe is a rational decision. But as soon as these people appear in Home Affairs and their problem is solved, then the marker is removed and they go on with their lives. The problem is if they don't come to Home Affairs, they rush to somebody else, they rush to lawyers, or they rush to the media, or they rush everywhere and make noise, instead of just coming here and we resolve the problem. For instance, if people have got duplicate IDs, they are not going to be punished. All we want is for them to come to Home Affairs, take fingerprints, we compare them, and we put them, each one get a separate ID, and the problem is solved and the marker is removed. That's basically what we are dealing with here.